You have stepped into a reality where effort is no longer your concern. The weight of labor has been lifted from your shoulders. It is no longer your job to find a way, to make ends meet, to struggle for survival. That is the way of the world, but you are no longer of the world. You are chosen, set apart, governed by divine law, and in divine law there is no such thing as lack. Everything around you responds to the consciousness you hold. If you hold the consciousness of struggle, then struggle will find you. If you hold the consciousness of lack, then lack will appear. But when you hold the consciousness of abundance, when you accept fully that your provision is not of this world, but of God, then there is no effort required. The riches flow not because you chase them, but because you allow them. The opportunities come not because you search for them, but because you expect them. The doors open not because you knock, but because they were never closed to begin with. There are laws at work in your life that the world does not understand. The world teaches that success comes through long hours, through relentless pursuit, through stress and sacrifice. But you have been removed from that system. You have been given a new assignment, a new way of living, a new awareness of who you are and what belongs to you. The wealth that is yours does not require toil. It does not require worry. It does not require permission. It simply is. And all that is required of you is to align with it. Think not in terms of effort, but in terms of reception. You are not the one doing the work. God is. You are not the one striving. God is moving on your behalf. When you understand this, you stop feeling the need to push, to force, to fight. You step back, and in that stillness, everything begins to unfold. The moments of greatest manifestation are the moments of greatest trust. The instant you release control, the instant you stop worrying about how it will happen, is the moment it begins to happen. Look around you. The trees do not labor to grow. The rivers do not struggle to flow. The stars do not worry about shining. They simply are. And just as creation functions effortlessly, so too must you. You were never meant to live in a state of uncertainty, wondering where your next provision would come from. You were never meant to wake up in anxiety, fearing whether you will have enough. You were meant to dwell in the certainty of divine supply. Everything you need is already arranged. The connections, the opportunities, the resources, they are already aligned in your favor. There is no delay except for the one created by doubt. Doubt is the only thing that can keep you from receiving. It is not the economy, it is not circumstances, it is not the opinions of others. The only thing that has the power to hold back your blessing is the belief that you do not already have it. But the moment you erase that belief, the moment you step fully into trust, the floodgates open. You must walk as if it is already done, speak as if it is already done, move as if every need has already been met. When you do this, the world adjusts to your faith. The invisible takes form. The unseen becomes seen. The impossible becomes reality. You are not waiting for riches. They are waiting for you to claim them. You are not chasing opportunities. They are chasing you, looking for a space where they can land. Look not at your bank account. Look not at your current situation. Look not at what the world tells you is possible. Look only to the truth that God has spoken over you. That truth is unshakable. It does not depend on the market. It does not depend on conditions. It does not depend on logic. It depends only on faith. And faith, when absolute, moves mountains. The time for hesitation is over. The time for questioning is over. You have been given the key. You have been given the authority. You have been given the promise. And that promise is that from this moment forward, you are no longer responsible for making things happen. That is God's duty now. Your only task is to believe without wavering. Do not look to others for validation. They will not understand this path because they have not been chosen for it. They will see you resting while they are striving, and they will question. They will see you prospering without effort, and they will doubt. They will see you receiving without labor, and they will assume it is luck. But it is not luck. It is law. The law of divine provision. The law that states that when God speaks, nothing can stand against it. You are beyond human limitations. You are beyond the struggles of this world. You have been lifted into a dimension where things flow effortlessly, where every step is guided, where every need is met before it even arises. You do not need to calculate, do not need to strategize, do not need to work things out. The details have already been arranged. The solutions have already been provided. The riches have already been released. If you could see what has been prepared for you, you would never doubt again. If you could see how the doors are already opened, how the connections are already forming, how the blessings are already on their way, you would never entertain another moment of worry. But even though you cannot see it yet, you must believe it as if you can. That is faith. That is the key. That is the bridge between what is unseen and what is made manifest. The world will try to pull you back. It will try to convince you that you must work for what is already yours. It will try to tell you that you must prove yourself before you can receive. But do not listen. Do not lower yourself to the ways of those who have not been chosen. You are different. You are set apart. You are called to live by a higher law. Speak nothing but abundance. Think nothing but prosperity. Walk in the assurance that you are already taken care of. From now on, everything flows to you effortlessly. The wealth, the opportunities, the blessings, they are drawn to you, seeking you, finding you, wherever you go. You do not have to force it. You do not have to earn it. You simply have to receive it. There is no more fear, no more doubt, no more questioning. It is done. It has been spoken. It cannot be reversed. God has declared that you will never again have to search, never again have to strive, never again have to wonder how things will work out. It is His duty now. And God never fails. You must now begin to live as one who has already received. The waiting is over. The struggle is over. The very moment you accept this truth, the shift begins. Not tomorrow, not next week, but now. It is only in the now that God moves, and it is only in the now that you must align yourself with His provision. Do not ask, when will it come? That is the language of one who doubts. Instead, declare, it is already here. Walk with the posture of one who lacks nothing. Let your spirit resonate with the certainty that all is unfolding exactly as it should. Every breath you take should be a breath of gratitude, not because you hope to receive, but because you know you already have. If you knew beyond any shadow of a doubt that wealth was flowing to you effortlessly, how would you behave? Would you still worry about the future? Would you still wake up anxious, questioning what tomorrow holds? No. You would move with the confidence of one who is secure, one who is held by the hands of the divine. And that confidence is the key to unlocking everything that has already been assigned to you. Faith is not passive. It is the most powerful force in existence. When you truly believe, all creation bends to your certainty. The people you need are drawn to you. The opportunities you require present themselves effortlessly. The resources you once chased now chase you. This is not theory, this is law. And once you master it, you will never again fall into the illusion of lack. You have seen glimpses of this before. There have been moments when things aligned perfectly, when what you needed appeared just in time, when doors opened without effort. That was not coincidence. That was a demonstration of the law at work in your life. Now, you are being called to live in that state permanently, to move from occasional moments of manifestation to a continuous flow of divine provision. You are no longer in the realm of waiting. You are in the realm of knowing. When you know that something is already yours, you no longer beg for it. You no longer worry about how it will come. You no longer waste energy trying to force what has already been ordained. Instead, you rest. You trust. You walk in unwavering assurance, and in that state, everything comes to you without resistance.